table there. If you go back, no. That means your answer is false, right? So you need to go to the wall, go to the table there, it's fine, the table in the back. So show me false. You go back there, the answer is false. Go. Okay, good. That's the wall. Yeah, okay. So that means your answer is false, okay? So I'm going to tell you some things about England or English culture or the country of England. And I want you to decide whether you think what I'm saying is true or false. Have I made it up? Okay? And if you are correct, you'll continue. If you are incorrect, then maybe we'll have you sit down, okay? Alright, so the first question, where's true? Show me true. True? And false? Okay, good. So, the first question. The population of England, the country, the population of England is smaller than the population of Jakarta. True or false?
False. False. Jakarta.
True or false? Give you a moment. The population of England is smaller than the population of Jakarta. True. True, false, true, false. Okay. The population of Jakarta is, does anybody know? 20 million. Around 24, 25, 30 million. The population of England is around 60 million. If you said true, you need to sit down. We'll have another round later. If you said true, maybe we'll call that a practice, yeah? We'll call that a practice, okay? Nobody's sitting down yet, we'll call that a practice. Okay, next. Okay, most people in England, in modern England now, most families have at least 4 children. True or false? Most families in modern England today have at least 4 children. 4 or more children. Think false? Everybody thinks false? Nobody true? Nobody true. Nobody right. Okay. So, families in England are usually very small. I mentioned before, I have one sister, and that's quite common. Only child is also very common. 1 child, 2 children. 4, if I find out somebody has 4 children, to me it feels like a lot. That's quite a large number. Anything bigger than 4, we go, whoa, wow. So families are very small in England. Okay. Okay. Most people in England start first job, start working when they are 16 years old. True or false? 16 years old. True. False. So a lot of people say true. False. True, false. Okay, so most people in England start work when they are 16. True or false? You need to decide. Okay, this is true. This is true. You're okay. You can stand up. You can sit down. No. If you said true, you stand up. If you said true, you stand up. Only sit down if you said false. You are not playing anymore. Okay, the rest of you say standing up. You're standing up, right? You said true. Did you touch the wall? Okay. Okay, so most people in England start working around 16. They continue studying, but they have a part-time job. This is something that's very common in England. Almost nobody in Indonesia, or at least in the cities of Indonesia, has part-time jobs, right? In England, it's very common. What kind of jobs do you think people have? Like babysitting perhaps, waiting as well. So babysitting we call casual or informal work, right? And you can do that, that's not official. But people at 16 often have a formal job as well, and it would be waiting, being a waiter or a waitress, working in a shop or a restaurant, something like that. Very, very common, very normal. So they go to school or college or university at the weekdays, and then either evenings or weekends they have a part-time job. 16 is very normal for English people to start their first jobs. Okay. Those of you that said true, though, you're still playing. So, what's my next question? Okay. The dialect. You know the word dialect?
Yes.
What's dialect?
Yeah.
like a local kind of speech. It's not a language, but it's a local sort of speech, yeah? Things like slang, accent, pronunciation, all of this, right? Because of the dialect in England, if somebody from Liverpool and somebody from Newcastle, just examples, right? Somebody from Liverpool, somebody from Newcastle, speak in their dialect, they would not understand each other. True or false? True at the table, false, touch the wall. If somebody from Manchester or Liverpool speaks their local dialect, then somebody from Newcastle might not understand them. True or false? So if you think it's false, you touch the wall. If you think it's true, you touch the table. Yeah. So if somebody coming from Newcastle speaks using their local dialect, not the standard, but their local dialect, then somebody from a city, another city, Manchester, Liverpool, might not understand them. True or false? Touch the table for true, touch the wall for false. 3, 2, 1. True. It's true. If you're touching the wall, you need to sit down. Here, you can stay standing up, or you need to sit down. So, we have some very interesting and very varied dialects in England. And if somebody from one town or one city speaks using their local dialect, somebody from another city or town would not understand them. It's still English, we call it English, but it's very different based on some of the same reasons that Indonesian languages and dialects are different. The history of England is that each little region actually used to be a different tribe or ethnicity and had a different language completely. Now everybody speaks English, but there's still influences from the old languages, and also things like slang and pronunciation mean that two people from different towns would not understand each other if they speak their dialect. Of course, everybody also speaks standard English and they can all communicate, but if they use their local dialect, they would not understand. Okay, let me say. I'll give you a very short example, okay? If I said this is what my family dialect would sound like, and tell me if you know what I'm saying, if I say, what do I sound like? What do I sound like? This is English. It's a very specific dialect of English. It's from a part of England called Wolverhampton. And that means, hi, how are you? So the first thing that we point out is that the grammar is non-standard. Instead of saying how are you, which would be standard correct grammar, here they would use, instead of are, they'll use am. Right?